Hey guys, this is Katie with Vintage and Vinyl, back with another great video for you today. And in this video, we are bringing back the brooch and continuing my series on vintage brooches. Now last week, we were taking a look inside one of my many jewelry cases filled to the brim with vintage brooches. And we are continuing that journey today and finishing out the first of 4 cases. So you want to stick around every Wednesday. Now I'm trying something new. I'm going to do premieres at 11 p.m. Eastern after my show and tells, and I just want to see how that goes. Maybe some of you West Coast folks will be able to catch some of my premieres at that time. So I hope you'll stay tuned the next couple of Wednesdays at 11 p.m. Eastern for some fun brooches. All right, let's get into it. Okay guys, so we are starting off with a bang, and boy, let me tell you, this Austrian brooch is an absolute stunner. Now, I got this from the lady over at Fans and Stoves that has an incredible brooch display. She is an amazing lady who's traveled the world and collected brooches and gone to estate sales and really curated some amazing things for her booth, and I love going over there and seeing what brooches she has, and they are just pure eye candy. And this is one of the brooches I got from her, and it is absolutely a stunner. I wore this to Michelle Comfy Cozy Living's New Year's Eve extravaganza. And this is just an amazing piece. It's got this beautiful design to it, very organic. Love the movement, and I love how it kind of looks like a feather with a tied ribbon. And then of course it's got all of these gorgeous prong set rhinestones, kind of in a blue, gray, and green color. It is absolutely stunning. And if that weren't enough, folks, yes, it does glow. Look at that. Holy moly moly. That is just absolutely amazing. I love this brooch, and it is definitely a great pairing with a fun, fancy New Year's Eve outfit. Now the next brooch I have for you is a gorgeous brooch I got from Pamela Blanchard. This was gifted to me from her live sales by one of the sweet subscribers here in our community. And I love this metal mesh brooch. It's just so gorgeous. Now this one is not marked, so I don't know who made it, but you can definitely tell its quality. It's a very nice brooch. It's got beautiful detailing. I love the twist of the mesh and that gold bar that goes up through the top. And it's got this beautiful point down at the bottom. Kind of looks like a rod or a staff. It's just stunning. Now again, it's not marked on the back, but that clasp just tells you that this is just really well made. And I love this brooch, and I can't wait to wear this with my yellow hat. Now the next brooch I'm going to share with you is a fun one, probably from the 1950s. This belonged to my grandmother. Now it's not marked, so I don't know who made it, but he is fabulous. He's what we call a little jelly belly. He's got his fun little pearl, big round happy belly there, and then his little pearl face, and he's got some fun rhinestones, faceted rhinestones on the bottom, and his little tail going up. He's so fun for Halloween or really any time of the year. Now again, not marked, so I'm not sure who made him, but he does have a good locking clasp here, and I just think this brooch is so fun and really special to have something like this from my grandmother, because she had cats growing up, so that makes that extra fun. Now this brooch here is a really stunner of a piece. This is another Austrian brooch that I got from the lady over at Fans and Stoves, and I just love this. Now this brooch here has a yellow and orange stone, and I love again the shapes of these rhinestones. When they have this shape, it's just really something that catches my eye. And of course they're prong set, so it's just a super well made piece. Not marked, but I do know it's Austrian. Now this brooch you can wear like this, or you can wear like this, so you can kind of wear it either way. It probably really is designed to be worn like this, but I think that this is just gorgeous and a great piece with my orange hat. The next brooch I have to share with you I got from Jamie over at Mid-Century Wasted. Now this brooch is not marked, so I'm not entirely sure who made it, but it's a lot of fun. It has faceted little rhinestones or crystals, and it is an airplane. And what's cool about this brooch is it's not just your ordinary airplane. Its propeller actually spins around, which I think is just so fun. I could really do this for hours and be totally entertained. And this is just a really whimsical and unique piece to have in your collection, and it's got a really nice clasp on the back and just a cool brooch all around. Now the next brooch I got from Pamela over at Pamela Blanchard. I just mentioned her. She's got live sales on Saturday at 8 p.m. and this was a wonderful friend mail piece from her. This is a gorgeous enameled fountain pen brooch. I just think this is stunning. It's got blue, green, and red enamel, and the enamel is so well done. And then it's got a little rhinestone here on the quill. And it's not marked either. Some of these are just not marked, and I really don't know who made them, but I think that they're gorgeous. And this is definitely one of those brooches most people don't have in their collection, and it is a fun little ode to my office collectibles, so I love this brooch. The next brooch I have to share with you is another unmarked brooch. Today's kind of a theme. We've got Austrian and unmarked brooches, but it doesn't matter whether they're marked or not. If you like them, you like them, and they're fun to wear regardless. And this is one that I saw at an antique store years ago. I think I got this at Bazaar in St. Augustine, and I just fell in love with it because it is so fun. Now, I have a collection of skeleton keys, and this just goes along perfectly with that collection, and it's a lot of fun to wear around Halloween, but of course really any time of the year. It is a silver tone brooch that is shaped like a skeleton key, and it has some really fun embellishments on it. I love the rhinestones. There's different cuts of rhinestones, and I love how this part here has this fun little design in the middle of the key. It's just a really cool brooch, and one that you probably don't see every day. And this one's a pretty large brooch. It's not just a little small skeleton key. I mean, it really goes all the way across my hand here, and this is a lot of fun to wear. And I don't have a lot of silver tone brooches, so I really like this, and it's just so fun to wear. Now, the next brooch I'm going to share with you is another Austrian brooch that I got from that lovely lady at Fans and Stoves. Now, this one looks like it would glow, but it doesn't glow, but it does not matter. It is still absolutely fabulous. It's in the shape of a leaf, or I vote leaf. You guys can let me know what you think in the comments down below. It's got these beautiful prong set rhinestones, the faux pearls. I mean, this is just absolutely delicate and gorgeous and just so much fun to wear. Really reminds me of tiki for some reason in Hawaii, and oh, I just love it with my green hat. Now, this next brooch I have is actually marked, but I don't know a lot about the company. I did some research and I just couldn't find anything. So if you guys know, I'd love to hear from you. Let me know in the comments what you think. This is a brooch that belonged to my grandmother, and it is marked Genie, which is ironic because that's my mom's name. So she was probably attracted to it because of the fact that it was marked Genie, and also that it's a bird. And they had lots of bird feeders and have always loved watching the birds in their backyard in Cape Girardeau, Missouri, so this one's just extra special. And I love the little bird. Now, I don't know what kind of bird he is, probably a sparrow, I would think. And then the little faux pearls are the eggs, and it's a wire nest. It's got this gorgeous gold wire, and then it is marked Genie on the back with that clasp. I just think the detail on this is absolutely amazing. And of course, it's really fun to have pieces from your family. And my mom says that she wore this brooch a lot. So I'll have to try to find a picture of her in some of these brooches. We're still going through slides, but this is just absolutely wonderful. Now, the next brooch I have is a really cool brooch, and this is probably one of my favorite brooches in my collection, and this is a wowzer kind of brooch. This is a playing card brooch by Trefari. Now, Trefari was started in 1910 by Gustavo Trefari and his uncle, And of course, there's different marks of Trefari. This one is just marked Trefari. It's not crown Trefari, it's just plain Trefari, as you can see on the back. But this is a big brooch. It fits in the palm of my hand, and it is just stunning. This is the king. Now, I believe there's a queen, and there might be other cards that you can collect in this line. This is enamel, and the enamel work is absolutely beautiful. Sometimes enamel isn't as well done, and you can definitely tell the better pieces from the not so good pieces. It's got a red rhinestone or red crystal in the middle, and you've got the club there. I believe that's club. Yes, club. And just a lot of fun. This is just such a cool brooch, a great statement piece. And I featured this on Vintage Rescue Squad when I was on with Misty and Jeffrey and Michael Todd. Of course, I've worn this in other videos as well because it's just one of my favorites. Now, the next brooch I have is a beautiful brooch that's not marked, but it's a whole lot of fun to wear. And this is a great little piece for fall. So this is a gold leaf. And I know Trefari makes several versions of this pin, and my grandmother had a brooch similar to this. But this one's not Trefari, it's just sort of a Trefari look-alike. And this one's really pretty. I like the brushed gold with that shiny gold. The contrast is really lovely. And this is fun to wear for fall. Now, I've featured this before in a couple of fall collaborations I've done. And I just think this maple leaf, I think it's a maple leaf. Or maybe it's an oak leaf. I don't know. You guys can debate in the comments and let me know what you think. I need a book on animals and I need a book on leaves and flowers. I think we all could use some identifying help with these things in the community. It always seems like we're having a fun discussion in one of the chats about what we think something is. So let me know what you think this leaf is. I think that it's just gorgeous, whatever it is, and it's a lot of fun to wear. Again, not marked. I have quite a few brooches that aren't marked. They're just really pretty, and you can tell that this one's well made. It's heavy, the clasp is nice. I, again, don't know who made it. Like I keep saying, some of these are just not marked, and I don't know. But you can always tell when you've got something of quality because you can just feel how heavy it is and how well the enameling is, or how they've done the rhinestones, or whatever the case may be. You can usually tell when something's just well made, and this is definitely a great well-made brooch. Now, I have had some fun with Patrick on his channel talking about elephants. And yes, there's a big push between Patrick and I to do a whole campaign for trunk down elephants. Now, there's nothing wrong with the trunk up elephants, but the poor trunk down elephants are feeling a little left out. So I say that we need to bring back not only the brooch, but bring back the trunk down elephant. Now, this elephant's not trunk down, but he is still fabulous. And I love his little faceted rhinestones or crystals there. Now, he's a gorgeous black enamel with the gold. Wonderful little piece. It's just kind of whimsical to have an elephant. Now, I am on the hunt for a trunk down elephant in honor of Patrick and our campaign for trunk down elephants, but he is pretty fabulous. I love him. He's got a beautiful gold design on the back. Again, not marked. He's kind of a mystery, but he is fun, and he's definitely going to be a staple in my collection. And with a black hat, my black and gold hat, I think that this is a great pairing. Now, I've got a few other fun brooches in my collection, and this one is another Austrian brooch. This is a leaf brooch. I believe it's a leaf. It's kind of shaped like a leaf, and it does glow. This piece is amazing, and I got this from the lady over at Fans and Stoves, and I don't know if the camera is going to pick up this glowing as well as it is in person, because I mean, this thing just glows like no tomorrow. It is amazing. Now, what is interesting to me is all of these stones glow, but this one doesn't. So I think at some point this one probably was a replacement stone, or maybe they just wanted to do different variations of colored rhinestones. It's got this beautiful prong set design. Of course, I love the shape. I keep saying that, but I can't get over the shape of these rhinestones. I just think they're gorgeous. Or crystals, I don't know, I think these are rhinestones. Absolutely beautiful brooch. A lot of fun to wear. It's got multiple colors. Now, I do believe that this brooch is supposed to be worn like this. but I did wear it like this the first time I wore it, and it did kind of move back and forth. So sometimes when you're wearing brooches, you can look at how the clasp is, and that will kind of guide you on the correct way to wear them on your shirt. But this is a pretty fabulous Austrian piece. Now the next brooch I have was my grandmother's, and this is just so pretty. I don't know much about this piece because, again, it's not marked, but this has sort of a resin design. It's got a kind of a Roman statue in the middle. Cameo kind of, but not particularly a cameo. It's more of a statue. And then it's got this gold tone around the outside, and this is probably the only other silver tone brooch that I have in my collection. I said gold tone, but I meant to say silver tone, and it's got the rope design around the outside, and it's just really special because it was my grandmother's. Now, I don't know if she wore this a whole lot or not, but I think it's really, really pretty, and this is fun on a jean shirt. You could really do a lot with these silver tone brooches. You can even cluster brooches on jean jackets. I've been seeing people do that now. Of course, it's always great to have pieces from your family. And speaking of family, these two pieces were also my grandmother's. Now, this one is absolutely stunning. This is real gold with great gemstones in the middle. It's kind of a wreath design in a circle. Now this one's a little bit smaller, but it does have that beautiful design to it. And these are garnets going around the outside. And then you've got the 14 karat gold pin on the back. This is really, really well made. I'm sure my grandmother got this at a jewelry store. My mom's birthstone is a garnet, so she probably got that in honor of my mom. And I am so thrilled to wear this now because, of course, red is my favorite color. She also picked up this brooch. Now, it is not marked on the back, but I do believe that this one is probably real gold as well. And this is absolutely stunning. Look at that stone in the middle. That just sparkles like no tomorrow. It's gorgeous. Now, this does extend past the clasp a little bit, this pin back, so I don't know if this one's older or not. It probably is. And it's just absolutely a stunning piece from family and really fun to wear with my purple hat. Now, I've got 3 more brooches left to share for this video, and this one was my grandmother's as well. Now, this one's extra special because I love Mickey Mouse. I always have loved Mickey. In fact, when I would go to Disney World when I was little, if Minnie was there instead of Mickey, I would actually cry because I wanted to see Mickey. And I always hated if they said that Mickey wasn't going to be there or didn't have the right hours for the show schedule and Minnie was in his place. I would just get so upset. So I've always loved Mickey for some reason, and it's fun to get a Mickey brooch from my grandmother, and this was hers. Now, this is definitely older. You can just tell by the way the Mickey's eyes are done, and then on the back you can see it's WD, and then that copy right there, and it's got an older style of pen on the back. It's hard to get open, but this does swing out like this, and it is really a great piece to wear, and of course a fun little nod to Mickey Mouse, because who doesn't love Mickey Mouse? He's so iconic. Now, the last 2 brooches I'm going to share with you are just pure fun, and this one is a Trefari brooch. You guys know how much I love my Trefari. Now, this is Trefari, and this probably goes to 1950 or so because it's just the straight Trefari on the back. It's not Crown Trefari, it's not Trefari Crustman and Fischl from 1925, the KTF mark, and it's just plain Trefari, but it is gorgeous and definitely fun and 50s because, of course, it's starbursty. You've got the fun little sunburst in the middle with the starburst radiating out on the outside, and this fun little ribbon design. I just love this. It's in the gold tone. It's absolutely stunning, and there's the Trefari mark on the back. I don't know if that's going to show up. Marks are really hard to see on camera, but this is absolutely gorgeous, and I love wearing this. So mid-century and so fun, and of course Trefari is just a great company. Everything is so well made. Alright guys, the last brooch coming up is this gorgeous Austrian brooch. Now, I got this from the lady over at Fans and Stoves, and oh, This is just a stunner, and with my purple hat, oh, it's such a cool combo. I love the flowers. You can just tell how well made this is. It's got the gorgeous prong set design with all of the little detail around the petals. I just think this is absolutely gorgeous. And there's the back. Now again, none of these are marked made in Austria, but they are Austrian. I do know that because the lady really knows her jewelry. And this is just so well made and absolutely gorgeous. It's kind of an oval shape, and then you've got the different colors of purple and pink. And oh, I'm telling you, man, this is just one fabulous brooch. Well, guys, that is all the brooches I have today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Always fun sharing my collection, and I'll be sharing more soon. Alright guys, so I hope you enjoyed taking a look at my vintage brooches. They are so fun, aren't they? It just really does elevate an outfit, and I have fun now pairing the brooches with my hats. And of course, if you're following me on Instagram at vintage_and_vinyl, I share my hat and brooch combo every day in my stories, so you want to stick around for that. And of course, I'll be seeing you on Instagram before my next video. And as always, I hope you guys will stay in, stay safe, and Ben's YouTube. Bye-bye now.